So it's been a while that I've actually really just sat down and like kept up to date with like how my business is actually doing. And it's been a long time because like I've been really focused on the actual business side of it and like really just learning so much. And I don't even know where to begin. I'm very grateful to be in a position that I am today, and I want to talk a lot about it. Again, if you go through my channel, which I just was, you can see a lot of turning points, a lot of periods in my life throughout this journey on e-commerce, you know, hitting this month or maybe being on a down period. Like the ups and downs are really crazy. It's nice to go back, but today we're, I think, in the best position I've ever been ever. And I've never enjoyed e-commerce so much, disregarding if I'm scaling or not. Obviously, when you're scaling to fucking 50K in like 4 days, um, shit, shit starts to be good, right? And you start to feel good. You get that dopamine. But like, without scaling, I haven't enjoyed e-commerce, I think, ever. And I'm very grateful to owe a lot of that to one of my business partners, Jason. I'm gonna have his channel in the description. You gotta check him out. But he's successful as fuck in ecom, and the thing about him is that not a lot of people see that. I feel like he doesn't get enough attention, and those are the low key killers, right? And those are like the people that you want to find. And again, I've just been so lucky enough to be able to work with him, and since working with him, I've learned more in like 2 weeks than in the whole journey. And we're cooking up something like where we've made a store somewhat profitable. We're having amazing metrics, and we're just building systems and funnels to be able to scale it. But even right before we scale, I'm just enjoying my time. I've never enjoyed ecom this much. And I've learned so much that I don't even know how to explain it. But this period in my life right now, I've never felt so good. I've never felt in the right place. And besides having a business partner that's done over 1 million in e-commerce and guiding me, and we're building off each other and working on a store together, and sharpening our minds with ecom, we see the world very bro. Fuck, I want to cut that, but we're not going to. We see the world in a very similar way. And before we even hopped on a store together, we were having calls almost daily, at least a few times a week, to really just connect. And I don't want to make it sound like a Luke Belmar shit, but like generally to build a connection and relationship with someone. And because of that, I've been getting closer to God. I've been really honing in on my spiritual relationship with God himself. And I just have never felt so comfortable in what I've been doing. Even in the place that I've been, you go back on my videos, I used to, work a job. I used to go to school. And now it's just been a while now that everyone knows what I do. Whether they're accepting of that or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just like, even with my friends in real life, like we've all stopped everything and we're just doing what we want to do. We're all not working a job. We're all working on our businesses only. We just came back from a nice trip, and now we're all locked in. And I see not only in myself, I see my circle improving with me. And it's just such a beautiful sight. And I've never ever been in a position where, you know, I'm not doing the numbers that I want to do, yet feel so good. Like, I'm not stressed. I'm not anxious. I know what I'm doing. And I've built such a good relationship with God lately that, you know, I know He's going to fulfill it. I know it's on His time, though. You know, it's going to be on His time. But I have full faith in that the goals that we want to achieve are going to be accomplished. And it's really an important thing. I've strongly emphasized anyone to get close to God, and this video might be more targeted towards that. You know, I'm sure you clicked on this video and expected otherwise, but the real answer is that everything in this world, whether it's business or not, is going to be a mental game. It's going to be how you view your world, how you view life, and everything is about your mentality and your mindset. So when people kind of ignore that, it's not the best, because there's just so much you can do without having that. You can work all you want. I've gone through those phases where day in and day out, I grind. I fucking work from the second I'm awake to the second I go to bed. And I've done that for a good length of time. And you just aren't going anywhere. But then finally, when I took some time to, you know, actually work less, but get deeper with God, speak to myself, understand myself more, how I should work, what I should be doing, that's where progress started to happen. And I really, really don't want people to overlook that. Like, it's a weird situation, but the more you work, the less I got in return. And it's really, really weird. But I've heard so many people say that before I experienced it, and I didn't understand it. And you probably don't understand it until you actually experience it yourself. But I worked less. I've been working less, but I've been getting closer with God and understanding more about how I function, I guess. And results have just been coming in, because it's not about how many hours you put in. It's really not at all. I do believe in, like, a lot of spiritual stuff that people don't really talk about in this space, you know, and it's something that I believe you shouldn't avoid. But we're doing good. We're grinding, we're hustling, and, you know, it is currently April as of now, and we're planning on, me and my friends in real life are planning to move out soon. I think that is just the next step. And if I look back, things are moving fucking fast, you know? You know, when you're in this repeated loop of working every day for even like a week or two, you think time is going so slow and you think you're not progressing. But time is actually moving fast. I just started Ecom not too long ago, and I've achieved some decent results. I've created such amazing connections. I've developed into such an amazing person that I wouldn't even recognize how I would be, you know, a year or 2 years ago. And yeah, we're talking about, you know, by the end of this year, you know, when winter comes again, to be on our own. And I think that's a big jump. You know, for some people it's not, but from where I am, you know, I've been brought up in a really, what's the word, traditional Italian family in North America. You know, people get married and then move out. Like my sibling is like almost 30, you know, 28, 29, still lives with us. Like, but that's normal for our family. That's nothing bad at all. So for me to actually move out at the age of, like, let's say 22, that would really stir some shit. That would be a big move for me. That would be a big jump. And, I just wake up every day and try my best. There's, seriously nothing to do. There's nothing I can give that it's just that simple. I just wake up and try my best. And, as the days pass on, you slowly improve and you get there. There's just nothing to be said. I've been really locked in, and I feel the tides turning. And I always say that eventually one day will come. But thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated, of course, and I'll see you at the top.